Hello, Mark Ward Larson here for the Dreamcatcher podcast. Thanks for joining us. My guest is George.
Katrouzos.
I'm glad you said that because I would have messed that up.
There you go.
So we are in Grand Island, Nebraska, at your business. So this is the Coney Island Lunch Room. So is that correct?
Yeah,
And
lunch room, that's right. Yeah.
and it's so awesome. I mean,
Right.
so what's a little bit of background about you and the business here?
Well, that's the way it is. Started in 1933. Grandfather bought it. Came over from East Chicago. And yeah, things were tough back then. So he came over and bought the business for $600.
$600?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the business. He had to borrow that money. So
Wow.
Yeah.
I imagine that at that time.
we're Greek descent, and then we had Greek connection out here. It was a Coney Island from 23 to 33. See,
Okay.
then he bought it from me. We were selling it, so Grandfather had connection out here. So then we had his three kids in the orphanage, because when their wife and their grandmother having the fourth kid, she passed away. They both died because they had the technology back then for the kidney disease. Now they got the kidney disease. They saved the mother, but
Right.
so they saved. So then he put an orphanage. They were in it for about a year or so, but then he got out here. Then he went back and got him. Then he went to the Grand Theater. That's where they first started.
Really?
Dirt poor. They were dirt poor a lot of years. That was a dirty 30s too. That was
Yeah.
tough going back then. A lot of
I admire that. So, do you ever get back? I mean, were you the original family came from? Have you driven
yeah,
back
not
there?
bad. We got family up in Canada, then
Okay.
back there in
Okay.
East, but East Chicago. No, nobody was left in East Chicago. We had a couple uncles over there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So these guys are looking for some.
Yeah, looked
food?
like he was.
Okay, that's what we do here. We just
Gonna take 4 food pairs.
okay. He's actually got customers here, and we're gonna just
Do 6.
so we'll this is the way the podcast Dreamcatcher podcast goes because no, you're fine. Come on into it. So- No, this is a cool place. This is an awesome place. So, no, this is the way we do it. We show real life and the way it works. So, yeah, a lot of times podcasts just edit it out and make it look more perfect than it is, and this is perfect. Always customers are always great, and I'm glad George has got an order here before he closes today, and yeah. I wish you could be here to see the food and to smell the food because it is awesome. And yeah, try and get these guys. I didn't even get to show the Coney dogs here. They get them, so they're good. And I know the other day when I was here, George was having beef stew, so they have specials during the noon hour, and it's an awesome place. You ever get to Grand Island, Nebraska? It's downtown towards the east end of downtown, Main Street. It's just a very cool place. So, yeah, look at them. Those are awesome. I can attest very, very much. Thank you, George. So, but yeah, this is so much fun because it hasn't changed much since they opened. It's definitely a time warp. But it's cool because you get the service, and I know he has a relative that helps when you are, she waits on you. They just have great food here, and they have. George is going to talk about a book that I believe his dad or grandfather wrote about this place. So now Coney Island is one of a kind, and we're very fortunate to have it here in Grand Island, Nebraska. So yeah. George is a hard worker, and that's why I don't want to stop this podcast because I just want to, this is the way I do the Dreamcatcher podcast. I don't want to stop it. I just want to continue on with what goes on. We could have just stopped it, and then you wouldn't have got to see the Coney dogs. And yeah, it's awesome. It's in the building alone, and there'll be pictures on the show notes and everything for this episode. And I believe this episode will drop this coming Monday at 5:55 a.m. Central Daylight Time. So, cool place. And I'm just glad that he got some customers. Not saying that he doesn't get a lot of customers, but I'm glad he got some customers during the podcast. This is very, very cool.
Make it over here once a year and I've been sure I slap.
Oh, yeah, you got to do that. So where are you guys from?
We're from Blue Hill on this side.
Blue Hill. I know, definitely know Blue Hill. So Blue Hill's a nice community too. So, but yeah, no, Coney dogs are one of a kind here. So, and it's just fun. You get service and something you don't find in today's world very often. And that's why I love featuring these places on the Dreamcatcher podcast because it's to a time I think a simpler time, and I know a simpler time.
Thank you.
So see ya. So, but no, that is so cool, and yeah, like I said, you get to Grand Island, Nebraska, you gotta stop by, and so. But George is back. You were back.
Yeah.
And awesome. So,
Okay.
so George, you were kind of explaining about, I mean, a little bit of background. We kind of got that. So, did your dad, how did he come up with this idea? Or your grandfather?
Grandfather, it was a Coney
Yeah.
Island, but he did his own recipes. Like there's an old menu up there. You guys can't see it. That's
Okay, we'll take pictures of that
Yeah.
and kind of put
that
that
kind
in
of
show
got
notes.
all there. And he did those more dinners back then. You know,
Really? Okay.
French fries and most they didn't come until like in the 50s, late 40s or 50s.
Really?
That's our big thing now with our burgers and our Coney. But we had more meals back then.
Okay.
The Coneys were still going on right there too, but it's a different ball game back there.
Yeah.
Like I said, look, you had the menu up there. You look at it says chili, but it says Mexican chili. It says spaghetti, but it says Italian spaghetti. But back then,
Okay.
nobody knew the background.
True. That is true.
You had to
Oh,
label
interesting.
what it was there now. No, what's that? What's that?
Yeah.
Chili, what's that from? So then,
And I know the other day when I was here, you were having beef stew or your stew.
beef stew. That's Monday and Tuesday
Yeah,
special. Beef
okay.
stew vegetable. That's a good one there.
And that is a family recipe, or is
Yeah,
that,
pretty much.
okay.
Yeah, grandfather started. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of keep the same specials every day, Monday through Friday. So this kind of, that's where we are.
Okay.
We just switch a little bit once in a while. So
Very awesome. So what are your hours? You're open Monday through.
yeah, I'd say 8:45 till about close to 5, and then Saturdays by 3, and then close Sundays, holidays. So
Okay.
it's
Very,
it's
very-
banker's hours pretty much, except on the Saturdays you got to go maybe 5-6 hours, but Saturdays it gets crazy too. So
I bet it does.
That's not-
Like,
yeah.
definitely. So, and you have, because I know the first time we came in here, you have relative that works on waitresses. I think she's related to you, isn't she?
no, her
Okay.
grandmother worked here years ago.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I thought
yeah.
that was very neat. So, do you have family in this area?
Yeah, not too much. No, my sister's back east. She'll be back next month. She's in Providence, Rhode Island. There, but not too much. A lot of family in Kansas City. A lot of cousins. up
Okay.
there, so a lot of
Okay.
a little Canada up there, and then a little bit in Detroit, and then Southern California. So yeah,
You've got them all. You could go visit a lot of
Boston, Ohio,
all over
Texas.
the
Yeah, all
place.
over the place. A lot of cousins are out. So yeah.
Okay, so how? I mean, you just keep going. Is this? Do you have somebody when you were ready
Yeah,
to?
nobody go. I get that asked every day. No.
I bet you do.
Who knows if it happens?
I hope you do.
Dad
Pass
never,
the-
yeah, as far as I know.
Because
but
it's-
but like my dad, dad never made me and my sister do. You're doing it, so you never know. You see a lot of family business, they don't take it over.
It's
just
sad.
It is exactly, but it's just I'm European descent too, and there's a lot of Europeans that are not coming over much anymore.
Yeah,
Everything's
true.
over there. They got it good over there. Coming over here now, it's a different ball game right now. So you see a lot of those Italian steakhouses in Omaha. They're not there anymore.
No,
the next
true.
generation will take it over. So it's a
No,
different era, different ball
it
game.
definitely is. Definitely is. So,
Yeah.
so while you were helping those people, I talked about the book.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, and who wrote that?
And my dad did, and Larry Malchik. They did it together. It was
Okay.
during COVID time, so yeah. So
Okay.
there it is. What a life. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good book. Yeah,
Very awesome.
simple reading, and but it's interesting stuff. A lot of good pictures and a lot of
So this
interesting
is just
stuff back then.
kind of the background of
Yeah,
your diner here.
this Coney,
So,
Coney Island history. Yeah, this is
okay.
the Coney Island story, the lunchroom that saved the family and created a community. Yeah,
I love that title too.
yeah,
Very
legacy
nice.
of 3 generations of immigrant Katrouzos family. So yeah, it is.
So, would you ever want to write a book?
I don't know. I said no. I didn't want to do too much of this. I go get my dad.
Uh-huh.
I said a few things on it, but I didn't want to be the highlight. But my dad, he was.
Okay.
They always told my dad write a book, and it wasn't even Dad's idea, but
Mhm.
well, the people in town wanted him to do it. So Dad said, "Okay." So we got Larry to do it there. Yeah.
So they can, if somebody wants to purchase the book, they can get
Yeah,
one
yeah.
purchased
They're
here?
1995 here, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been
And
over
so-
3 years now. We've been selling them. So,
Very
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
So, for people on the podcast, where are you located at? Actually, what is your address here in
Yeah,
Grand Island?
104 East 3rd Street. Yeah,
Okay,
104 Grand Island,
okay.
Nebraska, downtown. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, was this when you were growing up? I always ask for the Dreamcatcher podcast. What were your dreams? when
I
you
don't
were-
know. Who knows? Well, we like to play the horses a lot. That was my thing.
Did you? Okay, that's cool.
Go out to Vegas and be a pit boss at the crap table or sell blackjack. But you thought
Uh-huh.
did a lot of that thing. But I don't know. He just always liked this too. He just go into it. And I went to college for a little while. Urso and Lincoln. Then I dropped in. I didn't do very well. But I laid off semester. Went to business college here a year and a half and got that
Okay.
done. I've been kind of doing this since. But you just lived your life out here. Yeah, it's funny. We had my own Coney Island basketball team. Played
Really?
fast pitch softball. I played a lot of
Wow.
ball. Dad did the same thing too. With my Uncle Sam. My sister played a lot of ball. She was a good softball pitcher. No hitter. She had a couple of them back here, but.
Very nice.
Everybody did their thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you had your fun. You working, you wouldn't have your fun. We didn't, just you
Yeah.
just worked it. That's what it was, and you live your life that way. And
Yeah.
now it's expensive to live. Now
It is very expensive.
health
living
insurance and health insurance,
Yeah.
and everything. Just that's all
here. Yeah.
different ball game now. But yeah.
It does make. So do you have customers that have come in like every day or every week?
You get some repeat every week or something. Oh yeah, regulars there too.
Okay.
Regulars and see them for a while. Then before they start showing up again there too.
That's very
We're
cool.
big on our out of town traffic too, especially
I bet.
from May till Labor Day. That's our big 4 months there. Just people come from all around. They just come back and from used to be customers or new customers, or they read about us, hear about us, they drive through. So yeah.
So do you have customers from probably I suppose Europe, but do you have
Yeah.
people like all 50 states or do you have?
I would think so probably. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they come from all around. Yeah.
So do you evidently like to cook?
Yeah, we keep it simple here. What I cook here, that's it. Our
Okay.
chili and our chili sauce is our big thing there. The rest is all simple. We downsized that menu a lot last 30, 40 years. So it's
Have
kinda
you?
Where we got, and it works good. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see that streamlined.
Yeah. I do the specials too, but yeah, I don't really cook it. I just do it at home. We put stuff on the grill here and there. I don't go too crazy about it. Just
Okay.
keep it simple. Yeah.
So would you ever think about expanding to
No,
new things that you have on the menu?
No. You mean new things on the menu?
Yeah.
I look at an item too once in a while here and there, but you just do what you got. You do it well, and that's it. You don't want everything. You don't want
No,
everything.
that is true.
You're likely to do everything in front of they're not business anymore. Do what you do well. They let someone else to go somewhere else and get it.
Yes.
Do what we got here, and that's what we do well. And
Yeah.
that's like I said, that's how Dad got along with all these places, restaurants around for years. You have this, I have that. That's how you get
True.
along. Why you sit around and cut each
Right.
knock
Exactly.
each other's head off and all the for what? For what? I go, you're making your living. That's all you want to do. That's how you.
Very
There's specialty places downtown. You want kind of keep your specialty shops open. Kind of what you do. You do that and
Amen.
do that. And that's how
Yes.
That's what people come back around. Oh, I'll try this and try that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have to say the Coney dog probably is your best seller.
Oh yeah.
I would think. I
Oh,
would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
surprised if it hadn't
Yeah,
been.
mustard, onion, and chili sauce on it. And the people buy the heck out of that Coney sauce when they go to football games, tailgate for Nebraska games, or
I bet.
birthday parties, reunions, everything they take back with them, whatever. So yeah, it's a big. Yeah.
So they just come in and say they want to order a bunch of.
Oh yeah,
or
the big ones. We do some graduation. We do a couple a year on them. They order a bunch of, but they do that way before. And sometimes they get the dogs and everything buns too. Sometimes we got those picnic packs we sell out.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Weenies and the buns and all that. Do that, but the sauce really goes out more. And they get the onions too. Take with it too sometimes.
So how do they order that? They just come in here, or can they call
well,
you?
Yeah,
or
yeah. Oh yeah, either way. Yeah, the big orders they call ahead because the big orders you can't do it.
Yeah,
You
I
got to
would
take
think
ahead,
that.
but the small stuff, 2 or 3 quarts of pints usually get it, but kind
Okay.
of that goes fast too out of it.
I bet.
Yeah, it goes good there. So yeah.
So how? I mean, do you ever see yourself retiring?
I don't know. People say, "Hey, retire." I don't know. What are you going to do? Retire?
True.
As long as you're
I'm
healthy,
with you.
Healthy, going pretty good. My dad was. You talk early 90s. My dad passed away a year and a half ago. He was 1 month from being 99. He just said a few years before that, I come up, George, I help you, but he had his leg out. He was, a little while older. I said, "But that's what you do,
It is what you do. I think
Yeah.
it actually keeps people young when they keep doing stuff.
Yeah,
That
what are
they...
you gonna do? Yeah, you can't listen to that TV all day. Gosh dang,
So when you're not open on Sunday, does it feel like you should come down here, or
Yeah,
does
I
it...
come out, check the place, and I go whatever. But you just gotta do. Yeah, although you gotta have that day off. You
You do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's good.
So can you relax then, or do you
Yeah,
have
a little
anything you
bit.
like to do when you're not
yeah.
here?
Oh, got fool with them horses. A little bit.
There you go. Horses is good.
I own a few, and I own a few here and there too. So breeding
Really?
a few here and there. So that's a little my hobby there. So
That is a neat hobby.
yeah, you got to watch it. It gets so expensive. Depends what you do.
You bet.
You got to have some horse coming in. You keep your money together. And if you keep it together, you have fun. And you never know. You might get lucky and
That is
get
true.
there too. So.
So you go down to Fauna Park? Do you have any
A little
horses?
bit, yeah. Well, I do a little bit, because I do. Last 3 years, I've been doing work for him because the announcer Steve Anderson passed away, and Chris had nobody to do their predictions because they got a new announcer. He was a new guy. He's a good guy, a good announcer too. So Chris has had me do the last 3 years out there doing there. So I got
Really?
so I got to email them in and all that. Guys. So you do Tuesdays for Friday. You do the work. You got to work a couple hours every night. And Wednesdays for Saturday, Thursdays for Sunday. You got to start doing all that. And I've always did the paper since mid '80s. And I had a few years I was off there. And
Okay.
I was the Greeks picks on that. But that's my hobby stuff there. And I
Gotta
predict-
have hobbies, yes.
And I predict in the paper on that, so I do that that's all I want. When I do a podcast, so
Yeah, okay.
just do predictions. I don't do too much talking. Just get right to the people want to hear
Okay.
the results. So I do that now, kind of all year round with the bigger races. I'll pop in there sometimes. Some
Nice.
weeks I won't, but I do the short and sweet there, but so, promote racing. So that's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
So what is it? How can I find your podcast for that?
just George the Greek. Just Google George.
Okay,
Yeah.
George the Greek.
And
Okay, I love that.
Or go to podcasters too, and I'll be in podcasters too, I guess. So
Very cool.
we do it. So, yeah, just simple. Yeah.
I think that's so awesome. I did not know that. So,
Yeah.
and I see over there on the side of your cooler that you have pies.
Yeah, a little bit.
So do you make those from fresh or?
No, we get them in, but they're good. Yeah, they're
Okay.
not. Yeah, I always say I do, but they don't believe me. So.
Is that right?
They're good. Yeah, it goes
Okay.
cream pies and the fruit pies, and then we always have pecan pies. So yeah, that's steady there. Yeah.
Okay. So horses, and do you get to travel? Probably don't get to travel
A
much.
little bit here, and I used to go down to Florida a lot in the wintertime. Go down a little bit. Since COVID hit, it's different down there now. Play
Yeah.
with tracks down there in South Florida, at Gulfstream Park. So
Oh, nice.
play down there a lot. Yeah,
I love Florida in the
yeah,
wintertime.
Yeah, Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's been good money down there. I had a horse run down there this last winter
Okay.
down there. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's yeah.
So are you on social media? If people could find
Yeah.
you're like
yeah,
on Facebook?
Facebook, yeah,
You're on
yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
I'll put that on. I'll put the predictions on my Facebook too. That's the only one I think I spread out to. Facebook.
Okay.
Well,
Facebook's good.
So, yeah,
So what do they find
Promo.
there? The same kind of.
Yeah,
If they
ju-
were looking for you on Facebook.
yeah. Well, it'll be on there. And it'll just be I'll have that icon there, whatever. The
Okay, the
or the
Facebook icon.
But it'll be but then it'll be the Saratoga, the big racetrack in New York. It's their background there, and it's a little guy walking with a horse there. So then put the George the Greek on top. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So do you know when your grandfather started this? I mean, this is just something that he thought he could do, or was it
Well, it was
something
a
he
Co-
always wanted to do?
It was at Coney Island before, and he came in and bought it. And
It was Coney
Yeah.
Island before.
So he looked what it was, but then he did his own stuff, what he wanted to do. Exactly. Yeah. So
Wow.
from 23 to 33. So it'll be 92 years next month. We'll be here 92 years. So
It's amazing.
It would be 102, but then we do 92 because what's what our family had.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize it was that. I was just
Yeah,
going to ask you what this building was before, but it was
yeah.
that. I mean, what a history.
Yeah. And grandfather did his own thing. Don't think, my God, he was barely making a living back then.
Yeah.
My aunt, she was part of the business for a lot of years there. She died here 5-6 years ago. She was in her mid-90s, but
Okay.
she opened this place. She was all part of the deal. She was crying a few years before she died. She goes, "What are you crying about?" Thea's aunt in Greek. I says,
Uh-huh.
"Well, remember grandfather had to pull the phone." I go, "Pull the phone?" I go, "For a few days ago." "No, several months, because he couldn't
Oh,
afford it. He had
wow.
to pinch pennies. You had no welfare back there, Salvation
No,
Army, good
that is
meal.
true.
You had no aid.
You
You were
were-
lucky to get a soup line. So
Yeah.
he had to pinch pennies to do it that way, and that's what it was. But he lived it. He went. So,
Are there a lot of photographs from when it first opened to that
yeah, a
era?
lot of them pretty good. We got a lot in the
Okay.
book here
In
too.
the book?
A lot in the book
Okay.
here too. But there are
Okay.
there. So yeah, a lot of.
What a history. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's
so
just,
neat.
it was what it was. We wasn't like
So when was this building built?
it'd be in 1800s or something like
So
so.
this is-
It was an attorney. Has been attorney. Been here before. And it was a New York cheese cake factory too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's a picture on the deal we got up on the wall up there. We got that.
Okay.
And they had, so there's been a few things before that. Yeah, we know one gal I went to school with there, Deanna Bloomquist, and she says one of her relatives, great uncle something, he was an attorney, I think it was, and
Mhm.
back there. Yeah, we didn't know she came back last year.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, she told me about that. So, yeah, I got the name at the house. I think I do, or someone. And some other guy was here too, associated with some kind of with politics or something too. I got the name at the house. And I can't remember what he was. There was something in there, something, whatever. Yeah,
Very, very
I
cool.
don't know if it was a governor or something. I don't know what it was.
That's pretty good deal.
Yeah.
So do you have a thing you like to make the most? Is there a favorite that you like to cook? Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, guy. You make that chili sauce and the chili. That's the main. Otherwise, you make the specials. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the main thing.
so what time? I mean, what time do you start every day?
I get here after 8 o'clock. So it's
Okay.
not too bad. Get the grills on, get things going. It ain't too bad. So
That isn't too
No,
bad. Maybe you had to be here even earlier than that.
So get up early. Go no. This when they get the gals come in, do the prep and the little potatoes and onions and all that. And get the
Okay.
specials going. Get this and that going. And get the delivery trucks. and-
Well, the machine then.
that's
So
what exactly. Yeah, try to keep it simple,
So-
simple, and go.
simple is better on
Yeah.
just about everything. That's for sure.
That's what you got to do. That's right. Yeah.
So there's all the little helmets up there, the football helmets.
Yeah.
What's the history
I
behind
don't know, I started that a little bit. Let's go for the kids. They're doing it before I know it. I got all the Division Ones up there. For,
Yeah, really.
Matchup, who's playing all the bowl games there. So, next month start changing who's going to play, who the pros on top. So yeah, I'm still need one more Delaware.
Do you? Okay.
They just got in Division One this year. Trying to find them on the internet. I'll find them somewhere on eBay or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
got quite the collection there.
And the kids like that,
I bet.
but the adults like it just as much more than the kids. Like, hey, look, out of state come back. Go, hey, where's our state? Where's Oregon? Where's
you
Texas?
have a lot up there.
Where's North Carolina? That's right. Yeah. So it's kind of
So when did you start collecting those?
I don't know. It's been a little while, 5-6 years ago. Then you just kind of, if I just want to do the main ones, before I start doing the other ones, the Conference USA and those other ones. Then you start, it
Okay.
starts adding up more and more. So then you got them all there. So I don't know. There's no money in it. We just got to put there.
They're fun.
Yeah.
They really catch your eye up there too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is. That's kind of a neat.
So have you ever thought about updating the inside of here, or you?
Boy, all these customers come back 30 years, 40 years. Never change this place, George. Leave it the same. Leave it the
I
same.
agree.
Never change it. That's right. Yeah, they don't want no.
There's
I mean, sure, we got a carpet, paint, all that.
Sure.
There too, but you got to leave it. You just know.
You do. It's refreshing to see something that hasn't. Everybody's like, well, you got to, to keep up with progress.
Yeah,
I don't think it's progress, actually.
Yeah, you don't want to fancy it up onto. You just leave it like it is. That's right. Do a little.
And especially outside. I mean, it just.
Yeah,
I love that out there.
Yeah, it is. The old sign and all that. That's right. Yeah.
That is cool. So, George, before we end the podcast, what else would you like to share? Anything else you would like to share with the audience here?
Not too much. Just a lot of good customers, a lot of good loyal people. And
Yes.
It's like Dad said, it was all about the people. He loved the people. Dad was right with him and with everybody, and that was people come back and they just see a lot of generations. There's been up to 5, 6 generation families coming through right now. So you're just kind of
wow.
You just do what you do, and hi, how are you? And well, you just that's part of the thing, the food and everything too. But just with the
so many businesses forget about the people anymore.
Exactly, that's right.
They really do. They just can. It's just.
Yeah.
And I think that is what's so refreshing about it. Yeah. And I was telling everybody, well, you were helping those. I mean, everybody should come and visit you in Grand Island here.
Well, there's there's some lonely people. I mean, people, somebody need to talk to too. Some after their families, they somebody you got to talk to them. You got to get them on the right path and tell them the right thing there too. There are a lot of, and I think that social media has made that worse. So many people are just on their phone, and that's all they do, and that's not connection. Like my dad and my grandpa, they fed a lot of people back then because there was none of this going on. My dad said these people were hungry. I had to feed them, but he never got no money out of them. So he didn't look at it that way. That was a different. Now you got these shelters. Now you got everything going like we said before. But no, it was he helped a lot of people.
And I think it was good where people are helping people rather than the organizations I guess are good, but it still doesn't form the connections you get with that.
Right, exactly. That's right. But they come around, so you got to send them down there onto, which is it's a different ballgame. Now they look at it different, but.
So do you help other organizations in communities that are in Grand Island?
Oh, we do other stuff. Every year we always have the cone eating contest.
Okay, what is that?
We have always in mid-June. We have a cross street on a Saturday morning, 10 minutes. Eat the most. That Jason Cornelius won 6 out of the last 8 years. So this year we picked the generation center this year. We raised a little over $1,800.
Nice.
Every year we try to do a different one. So we do. Yeah, we give a little money here and there. We always try to help out people.
So how many do they eat?
We did 13 last time. The record's 15.
15?
And just a chili and a bottle of water. So we don't do like New York, the dunking in and all that. It's all eat the right way. So, eat that and you drink your water and that's what it is.
Very nice. Yeah. How long have you been doing that?
We've been on it about 10 years now.
10 years, okay.
Well, that was the 11th one. Because I think we missed on COVID. We skipped one on COVID, so
Okay.
Yeah, it's 11th, so yeah.
No,
that's a little fun thing.
That's awesome.
Get done
a win-win.
Quick interviews with TVs and this and that, radio, or the newspaper pictures. We get back here by 11 o'clock and back serving conies and like nothing ever happens. Yeah.
That is so cool. I mean, that is a very good deal. I mean, where you have that and then you're helping organizations out that definitely in this day and age with cutbacks and, and some of these organizations are not knowing what they're going to do with their funding.
Yeah, they said generation centers. That's what they said about the federals all cut back. So, see what we can do. So it is what it is. Get it figured out.
I love that. That we need more of that in this country specifically.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Because everybody's going so fast anyway.
Yeah, but Grand Island's a good given town. They step up to the plate a lot. Grand Island, they do.
I love that.
The corporations and the money people and all that, the donors.
So is that always in June? Pretty much.
Yeah, always mid-June. I do it. Yeah, I'll do it a few weeks before the 4th. Get it out of the way. Then
I have to next year. I have to be over here to check that out.
That's right. Yeah.
So they just come in and say they want to sign up for, or they just come the day of?
Yes. Oh yeah. We'll take a few days, but usually got to get them before. Okay. Yeah. They give them money, get their name, and it's
definitely have to remember that.
Good time. You bet.
That sounds very good. So, well, I think on that's a great place to end, George.
That sounds good to me. Okay.
Thank you for being my guest on this Dreamcatcher podcast.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I'm just glad you're still doing it. I'm very glad.
Yeah, people are too. That's right. Well, we are what we are. So
yes, you're awesome. So
thank you.
So you take care.
Okay, you betcha.